Would it be after 4 nights? Would it be after 4 nights? He should arrive at the airport on time. He should arrive at the airport on time. Wasn't he an anesthesiologist at sunrise? Wasn't he an anesthesiologist at sunrise? Can it burn? Can it burn? When I was little, my parents made me take piano lessons. When I was little, my parents made me take piano lessons. My neighbor was a juggler. My neighbor was a juggler. I don't quite understand your point. Can you explain again? I don't quite understand your point. Can you explain again? Is my stepbrother an educator? Is my stepbrother an educator? Let me check. Let me check. My bag is bigger than yours. My bag is bigger than yours. Normally you wouldn't turn it off. Normally you wouldn't turn it off. Could they be hydrologists then? Could they be hydrologists then? I love eating pizza, but I also love baking. I love eating pizza, but I also love baking. We work hard. We work hard. He's going to take a cooking class. He's going to take a cooking class. Sometimes I don't have lunch. Sometimes I don't have lunch. Will I not be connecting? Will I not be connecting? If I want to save paper, I'll have to start binding my books. If I want to save paper, I'll have to start binding my books. Get lost. Get lost. We blamed ourselves for the misunderstanding. We blamed ourselves for the misunderstanding. Can't we fail next year? Can't we fail next year? It cost an arm and a leg. It cost an arm and a leg. A professional is someone who gets paid to do a job. A professional is someone who gets paid to do a job. He is interested in learning French. He is interested in learning French. We cannot move until the transported truck arrives. We cannot move until the transported truck arrives. Should you focus sometimes? Should you focus sometimes? He has never been to a concert. He has never been to a concert. What is new? What is new? The house is out of the reach of mortals. The house is out of the reach of mortals. Fun. Fun. Is aware of this. Is aware of this. They may not have known before. They may not have known before. Very good at solving problems. Very good at solving problems. English is an important language to learn. English is an important language to learn. Tickets for the legendary pianist's concert are sold out. Tickets for the legendary pianist's concert are sold out. We don't get caught weakly. We don't get caught weakly. We trust our instincts. We trust our instincts. Give your place in public transport. Give your place in public transport. Their grandparents are brewers. Their grandparents are brewers. Doesn't he give orders? Doesn't he give orders? They can go on a world tour. They can go on a world tour. I like to go to museum. I like to go to museum. Has your spouse collected donations? Has your spouse collected donations? I met my friend at the cafe. I met my friend at the cafe. Did you just say to me? Did you just say to me? Could you please give me the book on the table? Could you please give me the book on the table? How would you like to cook? How would you like to cook? Then, I'm not a Czech. I'm not a Czech. Did you walk? Did you walk? She is a stay-at-home mom and works from home. She is a stay-at-home mom and works from home. Our grandfather is the governor. Our grandfather is the governor. Can you please come to your appointment on time? Can you please come to your appointment on time? You are a great colleague. You are a great colleague. If it snows, we can go skiing. If it snows, we can go skiing. I have a lot of work to do today. I have a lot of work to do today. I'll catch up in a century. I'll catch up in a century. I will be moving to a new city in a month. I will be moving to a new city in a month. They go to the park for a picnic. They go to the park for a picnic. He visited his family in another city. He visited his family in another city. Please speak, I can't hear you. Please speak, I can't hear you. Can't get up after 4 nights? Can't get up after 4 nights? He is so strong that he can lift heavy weights. He is so strong that he can lift heavy weights. I just want you to be careful. I just want you to be careful. This dartboard needs new darts. This dartboard needs new darts. As previously stated, I had been taking Spanish lessons for a while so I could understand the basics. I had been taking Spanish lessons for a while so I could understand the basics. We await your response. We await your response. I'm ashamed of what I did. I'm ashamed of what I did. His handwriting is smoother than mine. His handwriting is smoother than mine. Her stepmothers were translators. Her stepmothers were translators. He is a software engineer and develops new computer programs. He is a software engineer and develops new computer programs. When do you work in the garden? When do you work in the garden? Are their husbands bankers? Are their husbands bankers? Why did not you call me? Why did not you call me? I have health insurance. I have health insurance. Do you like this song? Do you like this song? Black coffee is stronger than white. Black coffee is stronger than white. Can you help me find my keys? I lost them. Can you help me find my keys? I lost them. Can I help you find something? Can I help you find something? They are studying for the chemistry exam. They are studying for the chemistry exam. Who can support us? Who can support us? Separate. Separate. Shouldn't it be excluded on a monthly basis? Shouldn't it be excluded on a monthly basis? Can I have citrus dressing with my salad? Can I have citrus dressing with my salad? We enjoyed the sun on the beach last weekend. We enjoyed the sun on the beach last weekend. They can upload it next year. They can upload it next year. Am I an entrepreneur the next day? Am I an entrepreneur the next day? Students took notes throughout the lesson. Students took notes throughout the lesson. Can I have some of the marinara sauce with the chopsticks? Can I have some of the marinara sauce with the chopsticks? Do we have to serve after 4 midnight? Do we have to serve after 4 midnight? He is so impatient. He is so impatient. Performance Excel is filled. Performance Excel is filled. I can't speak any language. I can't speak any language. Shouldn't they leave at noon? Shouldn't they leave at noon? I need to do laundry, but I also need to clean the kitchen. I need to do laundry, but I also need to clean the kitchen. John is aware of this. John is aware of this. He will attend a conference next month. He will attend a conference next month. We can't set it now. We can't set it now. Can you please get a message for me? Can you please get a message for me? The museum will have a new exhibition. The museum will have a new exhibition. Won't you be a greengrocer in 3 minutes? Won't you be a greengrocer in 3 minutes? They were talking about it on the phone. They were talking about it on the phone. Maybe another time. Maybe another time. He doubts the accuracy of the report. He doubts the accuracy of the report. The problem was caused by a software glitch. The problem was caused by a software glitch. Is she cooking at night? Is she cooking at night? By the time I got to the station, the train had already left. By the time I got to the station, the train had already left. The restaurant will open at 7 p.m. The restaurant will open at 7 p.m. You must pay your bills on time. You must pay your bills on time. We cannot be factory workers in the twilight. We cannot be factory workers in the twilight. I take care of my money. I take care of my money. They force 10 years. They force 10 years. How much money do you bring into the country? How much money do you bring into the country? They had their garden done by a professional gardener. They had their garden done by a professional gardener. How is your family? How is your family? The project was completed before its deadline. The project was completed before its deadline. This is really delicious. This is really delicious. I shouldn't be a monthly truck driver. I shouldn't be a monthly truck driver. Good job. Good job. Does the store have a camping and outdoor section? Does the store have a camping and outdoor section? They want to learn to swim. They want to learn to swim. Her brother-in-law is a hairdresser. Her brother-in-law is a hairdresser. Separately. Separately. He will start a new job next week. He will start a new job next week. Where are you from? Where are you from? When we reach the beach, we will be driving for 4 hours. When we reach the beach, we will be driving for 4 hours. We take a vacation once a year. We take a vacation once a year. You should ask for help if you need it. You should ask for help if you need it. He enjoys playing the piano in his spare time. He enjoys playing the piano in his spare time. We were having a barbecue when it started to rain. We were having a barbecue when it started to rain. Can you make pasta dish with gluten-free noodles? Can you make pasta dish with gluten-free noodles? Could it fail before? Could it fail before? I like to go to museum. I like to go to museum. Shouldn't I be fishing at all? Shouldn't I be fishing at all? Learning English can help you in your career. Learning English can help you in your career. There has been a lot of growth in the tech industry. There has been a lot of growth in the tech industry. Do you like cooking? Do you like cooking? Where can I find canned tomatoes? Where can I find canned tomatoes? You can play outside until dark. You can play outside until dark. They went to an amusement park for the day. They went to an amusement park for the day. My children were minors. My children were minors. Is your stepmother a counselor? Is your stepmother a counselor? Burn. Burn. Are we at the birthday? Are we at the birthday? There is very little time left to finish the task. There is very little time left to finish the task. Have you tried the new coffee shop on Main Street? Have you tried the new coffee shop on Main Street? Can I get a magazine to read? Can I get a magazine to read? Always belong to someone else. Always belong to someone else. The blue whale is the largest mammal on the planet. The blue whale is the largest mammal on the planet. His bike was stolen last night. His bike was stolen last night. When the game is over, I will be cheering for 2 hours. When the game is over, I will be cheering for 2 hours. Can I use my loyalty card for online orders? Can I use my loyalty card for online orders? Do we have to replace it every month? Do we have to replace it every month? They said to me, we've already seen that movie. They said to me, we've already seen that movie. I did not repeat it at dawn. I did not repeat it at dawn. Unfortunately, we don't have much time. Unfortunately, we don't have much time. There were many examples. There were many examples. I will flirt. I will flirt. I think we should start this business because this business has a deadline. I think we should start this business because this business has a deadline. Don't I save often? Don't I save often? Do we need to do anything for my web address? Do we need to do anything for my web address? He wishes he could run a marathon. He wishes he could run a marathon. I understand. I understand. My sister is the tallest person in our family. My sister is the tallest person in our family. It cannot burn. It cannot burn. Would you like some mayonnaise with your sandwich? Would you like some mayonnaise with your sandwich? Get real with me. Get real with me. This is a book. This is a book. Let's analyze the data to see where we can improve. Let's analyze the data to see where we can improve. Could this be the development we've been waiting for? Could this be the development we've been waiting for? My children are getting a good education. My children are getting a good education. Will he dive? Will he dive? Why don't you sit? Why don't you sit? Is your spouse a mechanic? Is your spouse a mechanic? We watch movies on Fridays. We watch movies on Fridays. Sarah can play the piano and her brother can also play the piano. Sarah can play the piano and her brother can also play the piano. Even though it's hot outside, I still plan to go swimming. Even though it's hot outside, I still plan to go swimming. Not immediately become a scientist. Not immediately become a scientist. You are a great writer. You are a great writer. The air conditioner seems too cold to me. The air conditioner seems too cold to me. They attended a concert last night. They attended a concert last night. He writes poetry in his spare time. He writes poetry in his spare time. Forcing ourselves is the only way to achieve perfection. Forcing ourselves is the only way to achieve perfection. Is her brother a stylist? Is her brother a stylist? I leave school at 5. I leave school at 5. Can we work then? Can we work then? The community center offers a variety of programs for all ages. The community center offers a variety of programs for all ages. Change status, Tony reply now. Change status, Tony reply now. Dogs are weird. Dogs are weird. They don't start a war right away. They don't start a war right away. He is used to waking up early. He is used to waking up early. Is her stepdad a surgeon? Is her stepdad a surgeon? Do you have gluten-free options for snacks? Do you have gluten-free options for snacks? Kindness is such a language that the deaf can hear and the blind can see. Kindness is such a language that the deaf can hear and the blind can see. You insist on a midnight earlier. You insist on a midnight earlier. The red car is more luxurious than the blue one. The red car is more luxurious than the blue one. I wish I had a personal chef so I wouldn't have to cook every day. I wish I had a personal chef so I wouldn't have to cook every day. Let me say. Let me say. I burned my finger on the stove. I burned my finger on the stove. The container holds 1 liter of liquid. The container holds 1 liter of liquid. Is that how you always answer the phone? Is that how you always answer the phone? I accept your apology for what you said. I accept your apology for what you said. He will retire when he turns 60. He will retire when he turns 60. She can dance every day. She can dance every day. Can you recommend good books to read? Can you recommend good books to read? He's going to paint the bedroom. He's going to paint the bedroom. Students are studying for the exam. Students are studying for the exam. Was your wife a dermatologist? Was your wife a dermatologist? You should check the health of your family. You should check the health of your family. The train arrives at 8 o'clock. The train arrives at 8 o'clock. Sometimes he did. Sometimes he did. He won't find out after 5 days. He won't find out after 5 days. I've been learning to make new recipes lately. I've been learning to make new recipes lately. She was practicing yoga poses in the living room. She was practicing yoga poses in the living room. Are they filmmakers every day? Are they filmmakers every day? He will retire and after that he plans to travel the world. He will retire and after that he plans to travel the world. I need help. I need help. Did we threaten? Did we threaten? How does this work? How does this work? Let's make sure everyone is on the same page. Let's make sure everyone is on the same page. I will be aware of this issue. I will be aware of this issue. It's up to you. It's up to you. Sorry for making you cry. Sorry for making you cry. 3. I'm going to the mall. 3. I'm going to the mall. I'm bored, so I'm going to watch a movie. I'm bored, so I'm going to watch a movie. When we finally arrived at our destination, we had been driving for hours. When we finally arrived at our destination, we had been driving for hours. The musicians will record their new album. The musicians will record their new album. I need to buy some bread. I need to buy some bread. How old are they? How old are they? I can't deal with this. I can't deal with this. How can I go to Taxum? How can I go to Taxum? He will study medicine at university. He will study medicine at university. I don't notice anything special about the thing in question. I don't notice anything special about the thing in question. He has $2. He has $2. I studied for the exam. I studied for the exam. Dogs are great friends. Dogs are great friends. They were too late and felt tired the next day. They were too late and felt tired the next day. He is an excellent teacher but also a talented musician. He is an excellent teacher but also a talented musician. Coffee. Coffee. Won't we play? Won't we play? Social. Social. The odds are that. The odds are that. Do you have to learn English? Do you have to learn English? I have watered the plants regularly and they have grown beautifully as a result. I have watered the plants regularly and they have grown beautifully as a result. No, it doesn't have. No, it doesn't have. The food is delicious. The food is delicious. He finished reading the last part of the book. He finished reading the last part of the book. What do you know about Turkey? What do you know about Turkey? We could have had a great time if it hadn't rained. We could have had a great time if it hadn't rained. Keep a low profile. Keep a low profile. He needs some water to quench his thirst. He needs some water to quench his thirst. Sometimes we shouldn't be orthopedists. Sometimes we shouldn't be orthopedists. Let me know the answer to this question. Let me know the answer to this question. I can't go to the party. I have a previous engagement. I can't go to the party. I have a previous engagement. What did you use? What did you use? I understand the rules. I understand the rules. I do not want to go. I do not want to go. I'm from New York. I'm from New York. I was angry. I was angry. Responsible. Responsible. How can I say hello in Mandarin? How can I say hello in Mandarin? He's trying to drown his sorrows. He's trying to drown his sorrows. I can't understand what's going on inside his head. I can't understand what's going on inside his head. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Shouldn't we disappear after 4 weeks? Shouldn't we disappear after 4 weeks? Is there any bread left in the bag? Is there any bread left in the bag? Actually, what John was talking about is over. We are very successful in this business. Actually, what John was talking about is over. We are very successful in this business. You have to wear a tie to the official event. You have to wear a tie to the official event. Do I impose 2 weeks? Do I impose 2 weeks? You will collect garbage from time to time. You will collect garbage from time to time. Can you pass the salt? Can you pass the salt? All the guests came for the party. All the guests came for the party. Are you ready? Are you ready? The concert lasted 2 hours. The concert lasted 2 hours. Can't train after 5 days? Can't train after 5 days? Is everything okay? Is everything okay? I do not have much time. I do not have much time. I won't waste chalk. I won't waste chalk. You will need to wear this dress. You will need to wear this dress. You have to defend yourself. You have to defend yourself. Let's continue. Let's continue. But I still feel sad. But I still feel sad. Because I'm not hungry. Because I'm not hungry. Can you always see? Can you always see? I will end this email and then take a break. I will end this email and then take a break. We were able to become governor 4 centuries ago. We were able to become governor 4 centuries ago. Should limit after 1 day. Should limit after 1 day. Could you please lie on the bed? Could you please lie on the bed? Students practice speaking English. Students practice speaking English. This week is the 2nd week of the sprint. This week is the 2nd week of the sprint. Can I start? Can I start? He knows how to drive. He knows how to drive. The piano has been playing for hours. The piano has been playing for hours. How about trying that new cafe downtown? How about trying that new cafe downtown? Not only does he enjoy hiking, he also enjoys camping. Not only does he enjoy hiking, he also enjoys camping. He has to finish his work before he leaves. He has to finish his work before he leaves. What would you like? What would you like? The attitude I'm trying to try is a shot, so I'll attribute the atmosphere to the August sun. The attitude I'm trying to try is a shot, so I'll attribute the atmosphere to the August sun. I ate too much for dinner last night. I ate too much for dinner last night. Could you please turn off the lights before you go? Could you please turn off the lights before you go? It's raining outside, so I'll stay inside today. It's raining outside, so I'll stay inside today. These are their bikes. These are their bikes. Will he not analyze next year? Will he not analyze next year? The legacy of his invention revolutionized the industry. The legacy of his invention revolutionized the industry. We used ABC in the previous team last year. We used ABC in the previous team last year. Give your place in public transport. Give your place in public transport. Does anyone have questions before we get started? Does anyone have questions before we get started? His stepdaughters were housewives. His stepdaughters were housewives. They broke up because of this misunderstanding. They broke up because of this misunderstanding. My understanding. My understanding. Weightlifting. Weightlifting. The librarian should arrive in 2 minutes. The librarian should arrive in 2 minutes. Even though the weather was unpredictable, we decided to go for a walk anyway. Even though the weather was unpredictable, we decided to go for a walk anyway. May rise. May rise. I'll have beef tenderloin for dinner. I'll have beef tenderloin for dinner. Are you experiencing any pain? Are you experiencing any pain? I am a teacher. I am a teacher. His grandfather is an anesthesiologist. His grandfather is an anesthesiologist. Wouldn't I be an annual nanny? Wouldn't I be an annual nanny? Let's set some ground rules for the project. Let's set some ground rules for the project. What a beautiful sunset. What a beautiful sunset. What do you think? What do you think? At the end of the semester, he will be taking this course for 4 months. At the end of the semester, he will be taking this course for 4 months. I will read a book tonight. I will read a book tonight. Can behave. Can behave. There is a bird on the branch. There is a bird on the branch. After breaking the toy car, he angrily smashed it into pieces. After breaking the toy car, he angrily smashed it into pieces. They said we've been waiting for an hour. They said we've been waiting for an hour. The movie was funnier than I thought. The movie was funnier than I thought. He was supposed to visit his grandparents last weekend. He was supposed to visit his grandparents last weekend. We had visited that museum on our previous trip to the city. We had visited that museum on our previous trip to the city. The doctor will need to examine you before prescribing the medicine. The doctor will need to examine you before prescribing the medicine. My teacher likes to read educational books. My teacher likes to read educational books. Dependence. Dependence. We should have a mini tournament. We should have a mini tournament. If he doesn't hurry, he'll miss the bus. If he doesn't hurry, he'll miss the bus. Can you protect me while I'm gone? Can you protect me while I'm gone? Your half-brother is a lawyer. Your half-brother is a lawyer. I like to drink coffee, but I also like to drink tea. I like to drink coffee, but I also like to drink tea. The amount of food was insufficient for everyone. The amount of food was insufficient for everyone. When he comes, we'll be long gone. When he comes, we'll be long gone. Can be promoted to a higher position. Can be promoted to a higher position. Aware. Aware. They were waiting for the bus when it finally arrived. They were waiting for the bus when it finally arrived. He exercised regularly, so he improved his fitness level. He exercised regularly, so he improved his fitness level. We need to readjust our goals. We need to readjust our goals. Traffic is too slow for us to arrive on time. Traffic is too slow for us to arrive on time. Toy. Toy. I'm going to the water park. I'm going to the water park. His half-brother is a grocer. His half-brother is a grocer. Is our spouse a locksmith? Is our spouse a locksmith? Did you care a minute ago? Did you care a minute ago? You will have a meeting with your boss in the morning. You will have a meeting with your boss in the morning. We can remember. We can remember. Can I be a lieutenant this afternoon? Can I be a lieutenant this afternoon? Are you going to watch TV at 9 o'clock tonight? Are you going to watch TV at 9 o'clock tonight? They went on vacation to Hawaii. They went on vacation to Hawaii. Can't we just lay pipes then? Can't we just lay pipes then? If the weather is humid, I will not go out. If the weather is humid, I will not go out. They used to have a dog but he passed away. They used to have a dog but he passed away. Do you believe in love at first sight? Do you believe in love at first sight? Can we accept every week? Can we accept every week? It has 2 notebooks on it. It has 2 notebooks on it. You roll. You roll. Impatient. Impatient. How melodious. How melodious. When the game is over, they will be playing for 4 hours. When the game is over, they will be playing for 4 hours. Actually, I want to say good things about Tommy, but not good things. Actually, I want to say good things about Tommy, but not good things. The decision was made by the committee. The decision was made by the committee. The water is too cold to swim. The water is too cold to swim. I used to study French, but now I'm learning Spanish. I used to study French, but now I'm learning Spanish. He could find a job in the city. He could find a job in the city. They should not play after an hour. They should not play after an hour. If the sun is shining, I will go out. If the sun is shining, I will go out. He started jogging every morning to improve his health. He started jogging every morning to improve his health. Is it okay if I accompany you? Is it okay if I accompany you? The room is empty. The room is empty. Despite the long wait, the concert was worth it. Despite the long wait, the concert was worth it. I'm going to my first lesson at 10 in the morning. I'm going to my first lesson at 10 in the morning. Sorry for being late. Sorry for being late. Should I appeal later? Should I appeal later? Be aware. Be aware. He is the most qualified of the candidates. He is the most qualified of the candidates. They can't fill up sooner. They can't fill up sooner. Time has expired. Time has expired. Don't you hit. Don't you hit. Have you gone for any walks lately? Have you gone for any walks lately? I'm going to give a presentation next week. I'm going to give a presentation next week. I'm likely to list everything I need to do to stay organized. I'm likely to list everything I need to do to stay organized. I'll have the chocolate lava cake for dessert. I'll have the chocolate lava cake for dessert. We're going to the museum tomorrow. We're going to the museum tomorrow. He is not visiting. He is not visiting. He had studied Spanish for years before going to Spain. He had studied Spanish for years before going to Spain. Am I studying right now? Am I studying right now? My boss gets angry if I'm late for work. My boss gets angry if I'm late for work. I'm trying to be more patient. I'm trying to be more patient. Where does she lives? Where does she lives? She looks happy in the photos. She looks happy in the photos. Would it go forward? Would it go forward? How many brothers do you have? How many brothers do you have? You shouldn't start every week. You shouldn't start every week. They have not been fed before at 2 a.m. They have not been fed before at 2 a.m. Our son is an architect. Our son is an architect. Shouldn't you be spying after an evening? Shouldn't you be spying after an evening? They are playing in the park. They are playing in the park. We don't want to be late. We don't want to be late. I am very happy for you. I am very happy for you. The top of the mountain was covered with snow. The top of the mountain was covered with snow. He was playing the piano for his recital. He was playing the piano for his recital. They will study for their exams tonight. They will study for their exams tonight. Is your stepdaughter a bailiff? Is your stepdaughter a bailiff? He took a picture of the sunset. He took a picture of the sunset. What is your favorite movie? What is your favorite movie? Are we locked in next year? Are we locked in next year? I wouldn't be surprised if Peter asked Jill to marry him. I wouldn't be surprised if Peter asked Jill to marry him. Slowly, slowly. Shouldn't the funeral be held in 2 hours? Shouldn't the funeral be held in 2 hours? The store had finished the shoes before I could get them. The store had finished the shoes before I could get them. He could speak English with an excellent accent. He could speak English with an excellent accent. Football is more popular than basketball. Football is more popular than basketball. Keep your head down and work hard. Keep your head down and work hard. I can't go to the party. I have a previous engagement. I can't go to the party. I have a previous engagement. Do they get old by noon? Do they get old by noon? Can't we normally be cardiologist? Can't we normally be cardiologist? Was his grandson a drummer? Was his grandson a drummer? I totally disagree. I totally disagree. Can I have eel sauce with my sushi? Can I have eel sauce with my sushi? I have not been to Europe. I have not been to Europe. You need to sleep more, said the doctor. You need to sleep more, said the doctor. He enjoys playing basketball with his colleagues. He enjoys playing basketball with his colleagues. Thanks for warning me. Thanks for warning me. His car is cleaner than mine. His car is cleaner than mine. You should be rude to your elders. You should be rude to your elders. If you eat too much, you will feel sick. If you eat too much, you will feel sick. The concert was great and I had a great time. The concert was great and I had a great time. We can kill at noon. We can kill at noon. Had he taken the train, he would have arrived on time. Had he taken the train, he would have arrived on time. Can't they be bounty hunters every year? Can't they be bounty hunters every year? Don't they just continue? Don't they just continue? The bird sings in the morning. The bird sings in the morning. In case you don't have friends in town. In case you don't have friends in town. You can't come after 3 weeks. You can't come after 3 weeks. I will handle this. I will handle this. They should not live at noon. They should not live at noon. How did you hit the ball? How did you hit the ball? Do they usually push? Do they usually push? Can you describe the injury in detail? Can you describe the injury in detail? May indicate annually. May indicate annually. His father was a translator. His father was a translator. They will study for their exams tonight. They will study for their exams tonight. Next year, he will have earned his master's degree. Next year, he will have earned his master's degree. It's fun. It's fun. I do not think so. I do not think so. Can you speak French? Can you speak French? Apples are larger than cherries. Apples are larger than cherries. They went on vacation to Hawaii. They went on vacation to Hawaii. Won't you be a gynecologist at sunrise? Won't you be a gynecologist at sunrise? Would not remember. Would not remember. Tomorrow I will write a letter to my friend. Tomorrow I will write a letter to my friend. Your cousins are oncologists. Your cousins are oncologists. Common rituals. Common rituals. I was thinking about this summer. I was thinking about this summer. Then we can concentrate on 3 a.m. Then we can concentrate on 3 a.m. Was your grandson a wrestler? Was your grandson a wrestler? I didn't see the winner happen, he said. I didn't see the winner happen, he said. It's your turn to roll the dice. It's your turn to roll the dice. Will be listed annually. Will be listed annually. The English language has many interesting vocabulary. The English language has many interesting vocabulary. We are not referees every year. We are not referees every year. They watch the clouds fly by. They watch the clouds fly by. I am doing my homework. I am doing my homework. Why? What are you thinking? Why? What are you thinking? We should probably go. We should probably go. Brother-in-law jury. Brother-in-law jury. I need to solve this mystery to find the treasure. I need to solve this mystery to find the treasure. Which teams should be involved in such a solution? Which teams should be involved in such a solution? I was studying when you came home. I was studying when you came home. He couldn't find his phone in his bag. He couldn't find his phone in his bag. They will study for their exams tonight. They will study for their exams tonight. You may not confess every day. You may not confess every day. How is the weather today? How is the weather today? He wishes he had more money to travel the world. He wishes he had more money to travel the world. I'm going to the store. I'm going to the store. No problem. No problem. Where is all your money? Where is all your money? Don't they iron every day? Don't they iron every day? He's too young to drive. He's too young to drive. Wouldn't he be gone in an hour? Wouldn't he be gone in an hour? I found a rare coin in the market. I found a rare coin in the market. How has work been for you lately? How has work been for you lately? Can I use my smartwatch for payments? Can I use my smartwatch for payments? I have to buy a new house. I have to buy a new house. He should have taken better care of his health. He should have taken better care of his health. This is my father's office. This is my father's office. I'm really into sports simulations. I'm really into sports simulations. Life in New York is great. Life in New York is great. What would you like to buy? What would you like to buy? The bus arrives in 15 minutes. The bus arrives in 15 minutes. Isn't it finalized annually? Isn't it finalized annually?